What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trey the Great. I'm with my man Just Daniel, my brother, my big little brother, who happens to be a year. Are we a year apart, D?
Yeah, you know, Mama had us back to back to back.
I know.
Me, you, Dave,
so
and
we a
James.
year and 3 months apart. Cause you March, I'm May.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So a year and 3, and then James, a year and about 5 months from him. So yeah, man. And this is All Things Connected, where we're connecting you back to a better life. We're excited to be here.
Very excited.
How you feeling today, man?
Good, man. Late night, did a lot of recording, got some good episodes out.
Yeah.
Woke back up, got beat by Tiger Man in trouble again. But
He's a monster.
man, dude, I'm gonna have to start.
Tiger is trouble in trouble. He's a beast.
Dude is a monster, bro.
What I hate is when he counts the exact number that he needs.
Yeah.
And then pop it. And send you home.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. I had all my pieces out, bro.
Yeah.
I think I sent him home, two of his pieces in. He still came back and won the game, bro.
Yeah, he different, man.
Yeah. I don't know what's
that
up.
boy
bro.
is different. So today, man, I want to talk about something interesting that I saw in an article. I've been seeing it all over like news while I'm at work and stuff like that, but I really wasn't really paying attention, or it really didn't alarm me because this is something that doesn't, affect me, but obviously it's affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that is car repossessions.
Okay.
And so I read this article and it's titled "Why Owners Are Falling Behind on Car Payments at a Record Rate and How to Get Caught Up." The auto industry is still reeling from the blowback of production plant shutdowns and supply chain disruptions caused by the pandemic. 3.5 years later, prices for all vehicles remain stubbornly high, and a record number of Americans are having difficulty keeping up with car payments. Why are U.S. car owners falling behind on their car payments? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price for a new car rose slightly in October to $47,936.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Very crazy. But this bucked the trend of prices in 2023, which have been on a steady decline. Used vehicle prices have fallen 0.6% from September to October to $26,533 and 3% year over year. Even with prices falling, car owners are having a tough time coping with the U.S. economy that has been strong in many regards, but unpredictable in others. Inflation is still above Federal Reserve targets, and like groceries, car prices can't seem to fall enough to make a real difference. Automakers continue to produce higher-priced vehicles instead of affordable ones, but the big reason that car owners are falling behind on their payment is rising interest rates. That's your buddy that you like to talk about.
Hey, you talking anything finances, you're not going to get away from interest.
Yeah, it's crazy. The percentage of car owners that pay at least $1,000 jumped to 17.1% in the second quarter of 2023 per Edmunds. How can you get caught up on your car payments? There can be any number of reasons someone could fall behind on their payments, and doing so can sometimes cause irreparable financial damage. Luckily, regularly missed car payments isn't a lost cause situation. There are options available for lenders that may help alleviate the financial and emotional strain that comes with always being behind on your monthly vehicle. They trying to tell you to be late and how to be late on your car payment. Get in touch with lenders early. Try to change your payment date. Negotiate a new car loan payment plan. Consider selling or downsizing. I like that option. Yeah, and so the article goes on. And I think we have enough to preface this conversation.
Yeah.
People are struggling, man.
Yeah.
Oh, one part of that article I didn't read is the average car note in America is $732. The average insurance rate is around 13%. And
The average interest rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The average interest rate is 13 to like 19%.
That's crazy.
Very crazy. The reason why these car notes are extremely high is because people are not wanting the base model cars anymore. So manufacturers are saying we're not even going to produce a lot of base model cars because that's what the market is not asking for.
Yeah.
So they manufacturing these premium, fully loaded vehicles?
I think it all goes back to number one. We got to address the interest.
Yeah,
Those specifically for new cars.
yeah,
They incentivize you to buy new cars now.
For
And
sure.
That's just a fact of the matter.
I mean, you see the stat. Like,
yeah.
nobody's really purchasing pre-owned cars anymore.
Yeah, well, we better start purchasing some pre-owned cars, bro. It just, and then if you are going to purchase a new car, you got to get interest on your side.
Yeah,
There are car dealerships and car manufacturers who they're offering 0% interest
yeah.
for 60, 72 months. Why not do that?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like Mazda right now, back in Houston, they offer like 0% interest for 6 years, 72 months.
Is that leasing?
No, that's you buying a brand new car because they have to sell those cars. So they got to
Really?
incentivize you. Yeah.
That is nuts. So you
Yeah.
don't pay interest on that car.
no.
Most car loans are 5 to 6 years. Well, now they have five. They have the 7-year payment, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's 5-year payment, so you'll be done with no interest.
Yeah. That's incentivizing you to buy the brand new model that they specifically chose. Right. So
Yeah,
if you spending $40,000 on a car,
47 per the stat.
$47,000 on a brand
That
new
is
car,
nuts.
you may want to reconsider what type of car you're buying
Let me do the math on that 47 as you continue to talk.
because that's what's killing people. It's not, number one, a $47,000 car is crazy, and that's the average that everybody's going to.
So
So we got to start doing something like stop buying new.
that's $9,500 a year for 5 years, and you divided that by 12. Your car note is $783 a month for that $49,000 car, $47,000 car.
Nah, that can't be right.
Yeah, man.
That can't be right, D.
47,000 divided by 5 is 9,400.
Yeah.
Divided by 12, $783
Come on, man.
and 33 cents. May I add?
May I add? D,
And that's
crazy.
without interest.
Yeah, and you notice we said a Mazda, right?
Yeah.
Because we're not even talking about the higher end vehicles, right?
Yeah.
I think I will say this. I think that every producer has so many different features and
Mm-hmm.
amenities in these
Mhm.
cars. You really don't have to have a BMW or a Benz, and now you kind of doing or Cadillac.
Yeah.
All of the stuff got the same touchscreen,
Yeah.
heated seats and cooled seats and
Yeah.
a panoramic roof.
Yeah.
Like, they've been making it pretty much standard now, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then you get into all the sensors and all that type
Mhm.
of stuff, right? But it's getting out of hand, man. And it's not up to the government or some city council or anybody else to fix.
Yeah.
It's up to us to fix. Because what happens is if we stop buying cars, then they have to reset the price.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they incentivize us to buy new cars.
Sure.
Because they want to cycle through their inventory.
Yeah.
Because they have a schedule. We're going to produce this many cars.
Mhm.
This many cars have to sell.
Yeah.
In order to get these cars to sell, we
Mhm.
have to incentivize them. So what we got to start doing is saying, I'm gonna stick with my used car
Mm-hmm.
just for a little while longer. Yeah, the heated seats may no longer work. The radio may not work.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things may not work, but it's gonna get you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
You may have maintenance here or there, but you don't have a $700 car note.
Yeah.
And then that's just a car note. Once you start talking about oil changes and maintenance,
Insurance.
come on, man.
You easily at $1,000
Easily.
plus. Easily.
So we got to stop worrying about, I don't care what nobody else in. I care about what I'm in.
Yeah.
If it's not the latest, it's not the greatest,
Yeah.
then that's cool with me.
Yeah.
And if you got the latest and greatest, I'll ride shotgun in your car.
Yeah. So the car you're currently driving, did you purchase new or used?
I don't think I've ever purchased a new car.
I purchased 2 brand new cars, D.
I know.
It's a different feeling. And that's why I'm with the average of a $700 car note as well.
I can't do it, bro. I cannot do it.
So, I mean, you know the story. We talked about it on here before. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I made extra payments on the Dodge Challenger, which I bought brand new.
Yeah.
So my first Dodge Challenger I bought purchased used. Had an accident in that. They totaled that out, gave me a check, and so I go into the Dodge dealership, and they're like you said, we're incentivizing you buying new. Like, it's actually
Right.
going to be cheaper for you to buy a new car with all the rebates and all the
Yep.
warranty stuff, features and stuff like that.
Yep.
So all right, cool. Like, I have never purchased a new car before, so I was like, I'm the first owner. This car got 0 miles. It got that new car smell, and I was like, yeah, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and you and I started going through finances, and I was like, damn, I want to pay off my car early.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm tired of car notes. And lo and behold, I had 1 year left, but I paid it off like 6 months earlier, or maybe 9 months, 9 months earlier. And as soon as I paid off, 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
a guy come and hit me and totaled it out.
I was devastated, D.
And it was pandemic too. So number one, there were chip shortages going on.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. A lot of people were needing new cars or wanted to buy new cars because of all that money that was being forked out, the stimulus money and all the PPP loans and everything
Going
else.
crazy with the PPP.
Everybody wanted a car, right?
Yeah.
And so, man, I ended up having to purchase a new vehicle and get right back into the car note revolving cycle. It feels like
That's the one cycle that I hate, bro. But I know that
it's terrible.
But I know it's me too. Because I ain't have to go get the car that I got.
Yeah, I was gonna dive into that.
Yeah.
I was gonna dive into that. A lot of the car note, I believe there's multiple factors to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the key contributing factors is to being used to a certain type of lifestyle.
We talked about that.
And when I was going to test drive cars, I remember I was looking at the Jeep Wrangler, like a 2024, but the Jeep Wranglers, they don't really, unless they're like special, like the higher end ones, they still had the power windows
So no
and the power
automatic
locks.
windows.
No, and that was a deal breaker for me.
Oh yeah, we ain't finna be.
Nah, we did it as kids.
Nah, that's over with,
we had
bro.
to remember we had to stick the screwdriver in there, and when it break out,
Yeah, man, nah,
and you
bro,
roll it
we
up,
ain't
raise
doing
it.
that no more,
Yeah,
man.
and I was just like, man, I'm not about to be like no power or anything. So not
Nah.
even a remote joint D that's like poop poop to lock it. No, you gotta go in there and lock down everyone.
That's a
roll
I
up
think that
every
car's for
window.
a different market too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Wranglers out off road,
Yeah,
mountain and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I don't wanna be in that. So I wanted power. And then I remember when I was driving the Challenger, I was like, no more 2 doors, and I wanted an SUV now.
I remember.
So that automatically puts you in a different price range.
Yeah,
And
buddy.
then I was like, I want my car to have panoramic roof. That puts you in another price range.
Yeah, buddy.
Heated seats, I want it to be leather. I want heated steering
All
wheel.
that
All
stuff
these
add-
extra features.
Ching, 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 ching. Everything adding up.
What else you want?
Right. Oh, we can do that too.
We can do that. Oh yeah, whatever you like. You can build it out. It's brand new. Just do whatever you want to
And you
do.
caught up in that
And
moment,
you caught
bro.
up in the moment.
I think that's why I keep saying impulse buying, bro.
Yeah.
And that you just at that point you're fixated on this
Yeah.
specific vehicle with these specific features,
Yeah.
and ain't nobody telling you
And then even consider this. I just went from I'm tired of paying the car note
to running it up.
to running up to oh, the base model is $400. We got a little wiggle room.
Exactly, bro.
Give it loaded up. And all right, your total's gonna be $763 a month.
Exactly, bro.
I thought you were just tired.
We change up so
So fast.
fast, bro. It's so fast. Like
And then we trick our minds like, oh, it ain't bad, man. I ain't worried about it.
I
I
can
got
do it, man.
that.
How my checking and my savings set up.
Oh man.
Bro, that's what happens, bro. That's what happened with me, bro. When I went and got my vehicle, I don't know what happened. I just wanted a Volvo.
Yeah.
I saw it somehow. It came across my screen, and I was just fixated on this Volvo.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna get. I know,
Yeah.
like every car, I wanted something different, and it tell you the times. Like second car, it had to have a CD player.
Mm-hmm.
My next car, it had to have a sunroof.
Yeah.
My next car had to have a navigation. Now navigation don't even matter.
It doesn't.
You got Apple, like,
You got maps. You got all of it. Apple Car.
and it's going right
CarPlay.
into the vehicle now, so navigation don't matter. But I wanted the panoramic roof, like you were saying. Man,
Yeah,
bro,
buddy.
you don't even get to enjoy the panoramic roof.
No, only the people in the back seat get to enjoy it. So, newsflash, people: if you want a panoramic roof, just hire Uber. You will not benefit from it. I don't even know what mine looks like, D.
Same, D. Same. And they don't even care, to be honest, because half the time it's hot.
Yeah.
And you want to have that shade up anyway.
Yeah. It's like the first initial time to get in. Ooh, that's nice.
When
Your
you
whole
looking
ceiling
at
the
it,
roof.
yes, bro.
And then it's just like, oh, okay.
And I really think that's what cars are. After a couple months, bro, you ain't impressed no more.
Yeah.
Like somebody may get in your car and they be like, ooh, and then you'll kind of get to show off the little gadgets and gadgets.
Yeah.
But you really like, man, this taking me from point A
Yeah.
to point B.
Sure.
That's what it is at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah. One of my friends, he got a nice exotic car. And it's like a $250,000 car.
Yeah.
And he be like, man, I'm sick of that, man. I don't even care about it no more. I'm about to go get me a little truck and park it. Like,
Exactly, bro. That's what happens. Like, and I keep saying
they're
this.
toys. See, like adult
that's
humans
so good.
are we're still big kids.
Big kids, bro.
And so after we get a toy, D, we play it, that thrill is gone,
We're
and then them
uninterested.
Legos under the bed, that Ninja Turtle toy somewhere else.
Yep.
And here you are, purchase this
Yep.
$80,000 toy
Crazy,
that you
bro.
don't even enjoy playing with anymore. And it's literally just point A to point B.
D, $700 was my mortgage. That was more. That's $200 more than my mortgage when we were staying on island.
Yeah.
That tell you how inflated this stuff is, and it's not like we have to choose it.
That's the key component.
We're bringing about our own demise.
Yeah.
Like we're literally walking to the car salesman and saying, "Give me the $700 a month."
I got $700 every month.
And you know
I
they
wanna
gonna
give it to you.
They gonna make it work.
Oh yeah, sure.
We can structure it like this.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get you into a car.
Yeah.
You want to get into a car. They want you to get into a car.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying like, hey, man, ain't nobody. You never going to walk into a car dealership and they say,
Yeah.
bro, you don't need no $700 a month car, man.
I know, they don't tell you
Go
that.
get you a $500 note, $300 note.
Yeah.
You will be like, what, man? Hey, go get me somebody else, man.
Right.
Nah, bro. I think that's what we got to get back to. The latest and the greatest, man. It's only going to be late and great for
A period of time.
anyway.
Bro. A period of time, bro. Like this sneaker, right? As y'all can see, I really love sneakers, right?
That's a cold sneaker, too, boy.
So this is a Nike Dunk. These things were being sold for $89, $79 or $89.
Mm-hmm.
And then the market began to grow. So
Mhm.
the demand for these increased. And people started saying, oh, Dunks are cool.
Yeah.
And Nike realized, like, people like these.
We can get more for this.
We can get more. So this shoe now is $109 sneaker. Still
Yeah.
not bad compared to
that's
your
not too
Jordan and
bad.
stuff like. But it was just a $70 sneaker.
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Because so many people run and say, hey, I want to be cool and I want the color this and the panda this and it's just like, oh, we can actually charge you more for the same product.
And y'all gonna keep buying it.
Every time
As
we
long as y'all
place,
keep
do y'all
buying.
realize what's going on? When we place value, they increase. They don't even, like, it's okay. They're about. Let's see how far we can go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we gonna see how far we can go.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's the price point. Supply and demand.
We set the price point. So the prices that we complain about, if we actually stop buying them, like Dan said, then they have to go down.
Yeah.
So stop going to buy bacon because bacon is extremely high right
I
now.
don't mess with bacon no more. For that reason, I'm like $5 for
Yeah.
bro.
No more bacon, y'all. I'm
Certain
telling
stuff
you.
I'll let it go quick, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta start doing that. Or you
Yeah.
say like, dude, where's my car? And then we talking about us being able to afford it. Bro, they gotta be a
Imagine
bad
coming out
feeling.
saying,
Oh my God.
Imagine coming outside like, dude, where's my car?
Come on, man.
Like,
Bro, that happened. When our family split, right?
mhm.
And everybody was living in different spots. Pop had the spot on Whitnell.
Mhm.
And they were towing I think it was like a turquoise Camaro.
Camaro, yeah.
I was coming to my bus stop, bro, and they hooked that thing up.
Quick.
Bro, I'm running after that thing like, man, y'all got my daddy car.
That's my daddy.
Man, I ran for like 2 blocks. Like, bro, they ain't coming back.
Not no more.
It's over with.
This is not your dad's car anymore.
Nah, bro, this ours. Get your behind back on that bus stop. You go to school.
You go to school. Stay at a child's place.
Exactly. It's grown folk business, little boy. And I was like, man. So for that reason,
and we automatically think because we have these cars for so long that they're ours. But as long as you paying a note on that car,
it ain't yours.
It ain't yours.
That ain't yours.
You literally, boy, it's both ours. You can just keep it at your house.
Exactly.
That's what the banks are saying.
Exactly. Until you got that title in hand, it's not yours.
With no lien on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, it's great. So as a kid, you really thinking like, this Pop's car. Like, they're like, no, this ain't your Pop car.
D, it was freezing too, D. You know that cold air hit you. You ain't warmed up or nothing. Yeah. I was like, nah, bro. Man, I got my behind back on that.
So was that your first witness of a repossession?
I think so. I mean, I don't even remember. I know that was the one where I was fully aware of what was going on.
Yeah.
And there wasn't nothing I can do about it. And that shaped me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, man, I ain't finna lose no cars. In fact, I was cashing out on my cars when I first started buying cars.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what I had to do. Because I never wanted to lose a car. I never wanted my kids to witness me losing a car. And to be honest, it's not the end of the world, but you feel like when you going through it, man, I know people that came out the grocery store.
Yeah.
Bag full of groceries. You think you about to put that mess in your trunk and you like, where my car at?
Man, that gotta be crazy.
And you know what initially go through your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody stole my car. Or like, nah, they just came and got my stuff. I ain't paid them.
Exactly.
Like, that's just what happens.
Yeah, man. Apparently so many Americans, D, are falling to the repossession game. And I really want to give our audience some help.
Yeah.
Because, as we laughing about it, it can be a devastating thing, right? You've given all your money to a down payment, number one, of the car, and then you can't maintain the payment. And so I know we talked about, like, what are some hidden things that people need to be aware of when they go to these car lots? Because I know we talked about the actual car price, but that price is not really the price. We mentioned interest.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't really know what interest is.
Yeah.
And so, because I remember when I was a young boy, I went to a used car lot. I think it was my Dodge Magnum. And in the window price on the MSRP, the window price was like $15,000 or $20,000 at the time.
Yeah.
But then when I went to sign the paperwork, it didn't match up. But number one, I was young.
Yeah.
Number two, I wanted the car.
You really wanted the car.
Yeah. Then number three, it was just like I done been through the entire process of running my credit, getting approved, and doing all these things that I'm at the end. So even though that 20 don't say 20 anymore, I believe it was end up being like 36.
Yeah.
I was like, it's cool. Because they already told me the car note what it would be. I'm like, all right, it's,
Yeah.
And so, explain to the people what interest is and then give me, on the average, $47,000. Give me what you would actually pay if you had 15% interest.
I can't do that. You would have to look that up. I can't do that off the top of my head.
Oh man,
because it depends on a number of factors as well. So
okay,
interest is the additional money that you have to pay for borrowing money. So if I give you $10,000 and I give you a low percentage on your interest, then your payment and the total amount of money that you have to repay is going to be not going to be that much. It's going to be closer to 10,000. But the more interest that you add, the higher the percentage rate, the more money that you're going to have to pay. The thing about interest is it thrives on time. So if you have a high interest rate plus a long period of time, that's 6 and 7 years, that's when you get the most amount of money that you pay for total for a car. So what they try to do is they say, hey, you go in there and you say, man, I want my car note to be at $400. They'll say, okay, you can do that. What they'll do is they'll extend the length of the loan
Sure.
to get you to a $400 payment.
Right.
But when you do that, it increases the total cost of
The vehicle.
And so one thing that we really got to start doing is developing relationships. I don't go into a car dealership without my interest rate already set.
Yeah.
And I say set the relationship. What I mean is establish a relationship with your bank. Already have a check in hand.
Yeah.
Because now I don't need you all to run anything.
Any numbers.
It's easier to separate when I know that I have
Control.
the leverage on my side.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't have to play your game of, oh, we charging this X amount of interest. No, you're not.
Right.
I'm just here for the car.
Exactly.
That's it. It's already paid for.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It
And
feels so good to do that too.
It's great to have that leverage, bro.
Oh
Because
my
now I
God.
can go to however many dealerships I want.
Yeah.
And if you're not talking my language, I can leave. But that's what happens. You go to a car dealership and they got to run your credit. And then they're telling, oh, you can't get in this. You got to get in this. Like, I ain't even come here for that.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, we ain't budging on this. So now,
Yeah.
sometimes you even forced to get into a car that you don't want. Right? But what that does is it sets the interest rate for you already. You already know the payment.
Mm-hmm.
You already know everything, bro, because you've already sat down with your bank
Yeah.
who you have a relationship with. So now I don't got to go through this fine print with you guys, because what you'll find is we're setting ourselves up for failure before we even close the deal.
Yeah.
They hit, man, you said 13%, D. I've saw 26%
Yeah.
interest rates
Yeah.
on lemons. I'm talking about 2013.
What's the limit for people that don't know?
A car that's going to break down on you in the next month, if not the next week.
Yeah.
And this just happened, bro. The young man had the knowledge to call. He called James.
Yeah.
He said, hey, man, they trying to charge me this for this car. He's at a buy here, pay here place. Man, I'm a lot of people.
Number one, buy her, pay her places.
Horrible.
They have a market, right?
They do.
They're horrible, but they're good to people who done messed up their relationships.
But this is what happened. He didn't know
He didn't know.
that he had excellent credit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So they don't care if you got excellent credit or not.
Exactly.
We here to charge you the standard 26% or
interest rate,
more.
yep.
They ain't even run a lookout credit,
Yeah.
right? And so he just had the wherewithal to call James,
Mhm.
who called me,
Yeah.
and now we are going through this paperwork together.
Together.
So that's the thing that we talked about, that strength in
Very
numbers.
important. Together we win.
Together we
very
win.
important.
Somebody that you know understands this language
Yeah.
from this paperwork.
Yeah.
So what he did was he said, I think it was like a $14,000 car.
Yeah.
They was gonna charge him 26% interest. The car was like a 2010 or something like that.
High mileage on it, I'm sure. That's 14 years old.
See, that thing had like 180,000 miles, bro.
God, it was gonna be a disastrous situation.
It was gonna be and so I just started asking, hey man, what's your credit score? Oh man, I got a 690. You got a what?
Right.
Hey, James, take him down to the Chevy dealership
Yeah.
and get the same car for cheaper for a more affordable car note,
Mm-hmm.
a cheaper interest rate, a better car.
And a better car.
Man, nah. We set him up for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because now he knows, if I got this 690, I said, man, you got down payment? He said, yeah. I said, how much you got? Oh man, I got about $3,000-$4,000, but I can get another 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, man, get up. Get up.
Right.
And I ain't trying. This place is beneath you.
Yeah.
These are some vultures.
Yeah.
You don't need to do business with them.
Exactly.
And LeBron rolled up there.
Yeah.
And the dude was looking like, man, this deal falling apart.
quickly.
He knew it, bro.
Because somebody has information now. Somebody has knowledge. That was just a ignorant person, and not ignorant in a disrespectful way, or
He just didn't know.
derogatory way. He just didn't know.
Yeah.
He just wanted to buy a car, and this car lot's on every corner, so I just go up to a car lot.
Yeah. But he was smart enough to. I don't understand. I think that's where we
beauty.
struggle at, bro. When we don't understand, first off, we may not read.
Yeah.
And if we read, we don't understand. We don't say, man, let me call somebody, man.
Yeah.
Let me just call somebody.
Yeah.
And make this make sense.
Sure.
When he did that, he good Gucci gravy now.
Yeah. I remember one episode we were talking about going to car lots together and not going by yourself. Like, because you're going against the salesman, the
manager, the attorneys,
the attorneys, the lawyers, the owners,
everything.
people with all this experience. And so, number one, y'all stop showing up to these places alone, especially my young adults that's just out of college and high school and don't really know how life really works, because they don't teach us this stuff in high school. They don't teach this stuff in middle school. You have to figure out life as you go through life.
Very true.
Make sure you take some experience with you so that you won't get screwed over by a 29% interest rate
Crazy.
on a car with 200,000 miles on it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then teach your kid to repeat that same cycle. Oh, this is where we get our cars from. They good to us. No, they not.
No, they're not. They're not your friend. They may approve you every time, but you're in a bad deal.
Man,
you're in a bad deal. Hey, D, so one car that I'm looking at right now.
Oh, man.
I know, right?
After all that.
One car I'm looking at right now is the new Tesla Cybertruck. Have you seen them?
I hate that design. I know what you're talking about.
You hate the design?
Yeah.
Why? What you don't like about it?
It's just too like boxy and like I don't like it.
I
bro.
like that.
For real.
End of the world.
Nah,
It's bulletproof.
Terminator. Yeah.
It looked like the Batman tumbler in the Christian Bale movies. The tumbler he was driving.
No, it don't, bro.
It give me that vibe. I mean, like not exactly, but the style and how long it is.
Nah, they give me Judge Dredd, Back
RoboCop.
to the Future. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I love it. So I'm looking at one of those, and so the starting price is $60,000, but I'm sure the one I want is probably gonna be $100K or something like that.
Ooh,
with fully loaded features and stuff like that.
I literally just watched a video on the hidden cost of Teslas and like electric vehicles.
Yeah.
And they were saying that the insurance is crazy because when anything happens, you basically got to total the car.
Mm.
And I never really considered that.
Yeah, because when we just had the ice storm down here, like all of the charging ports were froze. You can't even charge your car.
Yeah. But you got to think like all of those little sensors and monitors and CPU units, all of that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like, once you have to repair that, bro, and replace it, it costs more than the car.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're like, no.
Yeah. That's
like,
why I haven't jumped the gun on an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Like it's an amazing concept, and you know like I can see benefits from it, but like I don't think the technology is quite there yet, all the way.
The infrastructure isn't there yet.
Yeah.
For everybody,
exactly.
Nah.
And so, like I'm looking at the Cybertruck, but you know, it's like a cool thing for me. Like, yeah, but it ain't, you know, something that I'm really thinking about jumping the gun on. Like I ain't got on the list yet. The list is at 2 million people right now.
That's crazy.
Waiting on the Cybertruck.
Nah. You know what list I'm jumping on?
What's that?
A Honda Civic, baby.
0% interest rate.
Hey, we keep playing with y'all,
there
man.
There ain't no list for that.
I better keep playing with y'all, man. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that reliable car that just has great gas mileage, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a hybrid. Hybrid is super, super nice, bro. I really like those. And then I may give me like a little luxury something, but
that ain't your day-to-day car.
Nah. I ain't in no rush to keep paying these car notes. I actually hate car notes, bro.
Yeah.
I can't stand them, man. But the only thing that sucks is as soon as you pay that bad boy off, the car get to acting a fool.
So crazy, bro. Acting a fool, or you get ran into like I did.
Yeah, or that.
It's the worst, bro.
Or that. Yeah.
So let's let's pivot a bit, right? And let's talk about asset and liability of a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know, everybody knows, soon as you drive off the lot with a new car, it depreciates in value. So we already put that in the liability category. But what are some of the assets of having a newer, reliable car?
It ain't none unless you're making money off of it. So unless you employ that vehicle into some type of business model where you're
Yeah.
actually earning revenue,
Yeah,
there's none. Like the only thing that you can say is you have peace of mind.
yeah, that's the asset.
Yeah,
the
but
convenience.
yes, but you don't have to have a brand new car to do that.
Exactly.
You can get a certified pre-owned car.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about used cars. What most people don't realize is that they getting these cars at auctions anyway.
Yeah,
They don't even know anything about this car. So you going in, they're doing the bare minimum to get this car off of the lot.
yeah,
But they really don't know.
yeah,
So how could they tell you?
right,
So if they don't know and you don't know unless you take it to a mechanic,
yeah,
most people ain't doing that.
yeah,
So you're taking a chance,
yeah,
right? And so I think that's it, bro. I wouldn't consider a car in any form or fashion an asset
Asset at all.
unless I'm doing like some medical transport or like Uber Eats or like some type of thing that
Yeah.
is I bought it specifically
putting the
for
car
that
onto the
person.
road, renting it out.
Yeah, it gotta make money.
You got to make money.
Has to, bro.
So absolutely a liability,
Yeah.
like a really, really bad liability, or is
I
it
think-
like,
I think it depends on how much you pay. Like we talking about $47,000, bro. And you saying a $700 a month car note?
yeah,
That's a horrible liability. You restrict your flexibility so much
Yeah.
when you go from a paid off car, which is $0
mm-hmm,
to $700.
Mhm.
Right now, unless you just making hundreds of $1,000s a year, then have at it.
right,
But even that, because what I'm really seeing is everybody's living paycheck to paycheck on every level.
on every level. $100 million contract, paycheck to paycheck.
Yes, bro.
$30 million contract, paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
$300,000 job, paycheck to paycheck. $30,000 job, paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. And it's because
Making ends meet.
yeah, because you thought, man, I make $300,000, so I should have a Maserati.
Yeah,
I should have a Ferrari. I should have a
Yeah.
Lamborghini. No, you stick to that Toyota.
yeah,
Save your money.
yeah.
Get some asset producing
Things
inventory.
that can pay for your liabilities.
Yes, bro.
I heard a lot of wealthy people talking about that. Like they always say, I don't buy liabilities till I've set up some assets that can fund that liability without me having to do anything.
Yeah.
So it pay for all of my toys.
Yeah.
Because
And-
we big kids. We want the toys, man. We want to have nice things, whether it's cars, whether it's homes, whether it's shoes and clothes. Like
Yeah.
we tech, gear, stuff like that.
For sure.
We all have our thing that we're into.
Yeah.
But most wealthy men say that, like, man, I use all of my assets, things that I acquire with my money, hardworking money, to go out and get other money to fund that.
Yeah. D, that's actually so when people talk about like getting out of debt,
Yeah.
I actually recommend like knocking out the car note
Yeah.
first for real.
Right.
Over your credit cards. I know the
Yeah.
credit cards got high interest.
And typically the car note is higher than anything else.
That's
Like,
your most of the time that's your
Yeah.
second highest bill. You got your
right.
mortgage,
Exactly.
and then you got your credit cards, right?
Yeah.
And so in my mind, if I want the greatest flexibility and I want to have the greatest impact, I'm gonna knock out this $700 a month.
Yeah. My
car
mortgage
note.
is actually lesser than my car note.
That's
That's crazy. Because the time
not
I
many
bought
people
my
can
house,
say that.
the time I bought my house versus the time I bought my car.
Very
it's crazy
true.
how time
Switch.
matters.
Oh yeah, it matters a lot, bro.
If I'd have bought my car before a pandemic, then my mortgage would have been less. My car note would have been way less than my mortgage. But since I bought my house before a pandemic,
Yeah.
my mortgage is much lower than my car, and now my car is much higher than my mortgage.
Yeah.
It is crazy, but it still doesn't change what you're saying. Pay off the car first because the car note can be paid off faster. I'm in a
Yes.
30-year mortgage. You see what I'm saying? Versus a 5-year car note.
Yeah. And then what happens is you can take that money,
Yeah.
that $700 a month,
And roll it to the mortgage.
and roll that to
So
the
whatever
credit
that-
cards.
yeah, yeah.
And now you're really making a greater impact.
Impact. Yeah,
That's what happens, bro.
sure. So D, let's talk about this. and then we can move forward, because there's a lot of people watching on our platform, and look, I'm talking like we got millions of followers.
Right. I'm like, what?
There's a lot of people. So for all
faithful.
33 of you,
Right. They watch this video.
they watch this video. They're watching, and they may be in this position where ends are not meeting, car notes are laden behind, and repossession is probably a couple days away. Let's give them a plan to be able to get out of that scenario and that situation.
Repossession is a couple days away.
Yeah, maybe.
Reset.
What's reset? Where would you start? And then I'll give you my opinion.
You said that repossession is a couple days away. Well,
Yeah.
the car gonna get repossessed unless you have some type of money.
Yeah,
Unless you have a family member that can loan you the money,
sure.
right? And you have healthy relationships where you can supplement
Mm-hmm.
the payment. Sometimes it gotta get worse before it gets better.
Yeah,
You may have to Uber.
yeah,
There's just a fact of the matter. But
Yeah.
what you can't do is continue the same way and expect different results.
yeah.
So you may need to lose that car.
I agree.
That's just a fact of the matter.
I
and
agree.
now we got to learn from that.
Yeah,
Now you ain't got that car note. Hey, you may have to be on public transportation. You may have to work out this ride, share, like whatever. Call a
Yeah.
ride.
or go get a cheaper car note.
Whatever. You may not be able to do that right away because you're gonna have to go to one of them buy here, pay here places because now you got a repo.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right? So that's why I said you have to reset.
Yeah,
What you have to do is begin to stack your money, pay off bills, and devise a plan. I can't go get that $47,000 car.
yeah,
I may have to go get a $15,000 or $20,000 car.
yeah,
See, the car that I really should have got, my car cost like $38,000.
yeah.
The car that I should have got was like $24,000.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go over $500 for my car note. But again, they worked it out.
Mm-hmm.
But in all actuality, if I were to lose that car, then I got to reset.
Yeah.
That's just a fact of the matter. You don't get around that. How about you?
I mean, like you said, the only way you're gonna do is like try to borrow some money, like in that desperate situation. But if you're not at the brink of your car being repossessed 2 or 3 days, I would definitely. I don't know. It depends on so many factors. Because if you just making ends meet and you already behind months, then like you got to start making sacrifices if you want to keep this car. So
Yeah.
maybe driving less to where now you ain't putting as much gas in the car. Maybe eating out to eat less, where like changing lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so I know you was talking directly to resetting towards the car, but like you can pull money from other places. A lot of people got extra income, bro. Unless you just living above your means, like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of
And
debt.
it's all about to come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, really setting a budget and allocating money to the right places is what I would say.
And that's a reset. in
That's
my
the
mind.
reset.
That's a part of the reset. Because you have to become intimate with your finances. I can't say that enough. On
Yeah.
every episode we talk about finances, I'm going to say you have to become intimate with your finances.
Yeah.
In a lot of these situations,
Sure.
we have to prevent the situation before.
Yeah.
After it's too late.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Or you just gonna file bankruptcy, wait 7 years, or have to go through this period of buy here, pay here places.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mess. We gotta start preventing this stuff before. We gotta stop getting into these messy situations, bro.
Yeah.
Get into these cars and properties or whatever the case may situations before. We gotta be able to look at this and say, this is not in my best interest. Because just because you get the car, you still gonna want to travel. You still gonna want to go out to eat.
And you don't want to stifle your whole life because you got a car.
Because you got this car now. That's
Yeah.
what happens. And then now you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
That's why you see people bounce from car to car to car, phone company to phone company to phone company.
Yeah.
It's because so many things are out of balance and they never took the time to reset.
Yeah.
They're so out of touch with their finances.
One thing I did like about that article was like, man, reach out to them people when you behind. Like they be having things in place to help you.
That's a great.
They really do, but we
Yeah.
be so ashamed and embarrassed, or just like don't want people to know we struggling. Not
Yeah.
even a stranger that's gonna answer the phone that don't even know
Don't
your
know us
ass.
at all. Exactly. Very true.
Man, call them people, man, and
Yeah.
tell them where you are. Man, most of the time they come up with payment plans, systems.
Yeah.
They're not new to this. They know they repo millions of cars
Very true.
every day. You know,
Very
like
true.
these things. This and so, I think that like figure out a way.
That's great advice, D.
Before you lose your car, figure out a way. Nobody just want to lose the car they've been dumping money into and that they're used to driving around. So
Yeah.
call the people first
Yeah.
and see what you can do, and then do it. Just do it. So
Yeah.
you won't be like, dude, where's my car when you come outside?
Yeah.
Because this is a real thing, D. And it's a real problem that's going around. And then I think the greater conversation is we need to start living in between our means.
Yeah.
Like we can't be living above our means anymore, bro.
Or life is going to be very objective and tell you you don't belong here. You
Yeah.
can't keep doing this
Yeah.
at the rate and frequency that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, another great episode of All Things Connected. We definitely hope this information can be of value to you, and we hope that this information can help someone that may be going through the same similar situation. It is always our desire to educate, inform, and it is always our desire to entertain as well. But we like to talk about things that actually matter in life and not the superficial stuff. So you're not going to hear us on here talking about a lot of the gossip and celebrity tea and drama all the time. Like we want people to really thrive in their regular lives.
Most definitely.
And so this is what our podcast is about. This is what our YouTube channel is all about. And so we hope you guys are enjoying it, man. I'm Tread the Great.
I'm just Daniel.
We out.